Hi, everybody. Reese Davis with you, bringing you the EA Sports NCAA Football 14 pregame show presented by Nissan. Innovation that excites. Both of these teams are ranked nationally in the passing game, and both of them not only rack up numbers, but they're very innovative. They call to mind like some of the better Boise State teams in terms of their creativity in the passing game. We expect to see the aerial assault from both teams continue in this one. That's going to do it for us. Thanks for checking out the pregame show. NCAA college football action coming right at you. Brad and Kirk on the call. David and I are back at halftime.
They just call it the Doak down here in Tallahassee. We're at Doak Campbell Stadium, home of the Seminoles for more than half a century. Let's head down to the coin toss now. And it's brought to you by Coke Zero. Real Coca-Cola taste and 0 calories. Enjoy everything. Thompson is lined up to kick this one off, and you can feel the thunder in the crowd as they await the start of this game. He's to the 20. He makes it out to maybe the 20-yard line. The quarterback brings his troops out onto the field for the first drive of the game.
Check, check. Navajo! Navajo! Ready!
He's taken down right around the 30.
Super effort by the tailback to pick up a nice gain and a first down. He's really a good-looking ball carrier.
Looking for his man, incomplete. Florida State's got a kid who is playing fantastic this year, and he's garnering national attention. And you sit down with this kid, he's very special. There's really no surprise he's among the nation's elite right now. From their own 30-yard line, it's second down. Throws complete, and he's got room to work. And down he goes around the 39-yard line.
The quarterback and his receiver make a great play here and convert on an early down.
They'll bring him down around the 41-yard line. Short gain there by the halfback for the first down.
He's a reliable ball carrier, as he showed right there. He got the 2 yards they needed for a new set of downs.
And he's taken down at the 37-yard line.
It's a nice job here by the wide receiver of looking the ball in and keeping the chains moving. He was on the same page as his quarterback as they both saw the double outside linebacker blitz coming.
We've got a 1st and 10. Ball on the 37. He's tackled around the 28-yard line. Now he's scrambling. Lets it go on the run. Incomplete. Here's the 8th play of the series. Has some daylight. Inside the 10. And a huge touchdown play. Florida State with a 6-point lead. He makes the PAT. A quick update now. Here's Reese.
The Hokies were ranked 19th. And after that bitterly disappointing performance, they can expect to be unranked next week. In the pregame, David and I thought this was impossible. But look what's happened. A major upset is now complete.
It's fielded at the 2. And he makes it out to about the 24-yard line. Now the offense gets ready to take their first crack at it. Breaks it, and he's got the corner. Knocked out of bounds, right around the 28-yard line.
That makes it 2nd and 6.
Second down and 6. Ball on the 28-yard line. Here's a handoff, left side. Tackle made at the 28. He's going right. And a nice catch there before he stepped out of bounds.
First down.
From their own 49-yard line. First down.
Here we go. Great look.
He's got it with room to run. He's at the 40. He's at the 30.
Impressive gain there by the do-it-all back.
Call it a gain of 24 yards. That makes it 1st and 10.
From the 27-yard line. First down. Nice run there. Fields gets about 4 yards on the play.
That makes it 2nd and 6.
Man left, man left. Pull down, pull down. Hey, 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 look. Let's go. Green 9.
He's looking for his man. It's caught. First down, and he's out of bounds.
The quarterback did an excellent job of recognizing the Mike linebacker on the blitz. He hung in there, delivered the pass, and his receiver made a good catch to move the sticks.
From the 11-yard line, it's first down. Just throws this one away. And this play is number 8 on the drive. Catches it and hit immediately for a loss.
Personal foul. Basement. Defense.
They're giving away 3 yards and only making life easier for the guys on the other side of the ball.
A touchdown away from a tie. Fires quickly, and he's got his receiver for the touchdown. The extra point to tie this game up. And he adds the extra point. Let's get the latest now from Reese Davis.
The Hurricanes were ranked number 6. They hope that performance will move them up in the polls. And for Miami, they've won 2 straight.
Boston College ready to kick this one off.
Spicer set to return.
He'll return it from the 3. He's to the 20. Brought down at the 26. Flag down, and I'm not sure when it was thrown. Let's find out.
Clipping. Receiving team.
That one will put the offense in a hole, and they'll try to get some of that back on this upcoming play.
I think we saw the effects of what a long drive can do to a defense the last time this offense was out on the field. They took that football and drove the length of the field to put points up.
Throws into coverage, just picked off. Brought down right around the 16-yard line.
It looked like the pass was sailing out of reach, but he just climbed the ladder and made a spectacular interception.
From the 16-yard line. First down. Fires out to his wideout. It's away from him. Touchdown. He splits the uprights with the extra point. The kicker looks like he's ready to kick this one off. He'll return it from the 1. He's to the 20. He's knocked out of bounds around the 25-yard line. We'll have to see now how the offense responds this time after throwing a pick on their last drive.
He's got a lot of time to forget about that last pick. He's just got to stick to the game plan.
Pulls it in, and he's in the open field. And he's tackled right around the 44-yard line. From their own 44-yard line. First down. And they make the stop around the 44-yard line. With the pass, incomplete.
That makes it 2nd and 10.
It's 2nd and 10. Ball on the 44. And they got it.
Boy, really interesting call here to go with the blitz. And what it did is it freed up the defensive end to be able to get the pressure and come up with a huge sack.
They'll spread the field with 5 wide. Tackle at about the 39-yard line. That was a good pass and catch there, but still not enough for the first down.
That's not an easy conversion here on 3rd down for the offense. All the defense has to do is stay back, keep everything in front of them, come up and make a tackle.
Throws it out, and it falls incomplete. Big stop by the defense. They're 2 for 2 in finding the end zone on their last 2 drives. Let's see how they do here.
As long as this quarterback has time to throw, then you can guarantee that he'll find the open man.
He's hit and got away. Makes it to the 37.
Gain of 24 yards. That makes it 1st and 10.
from the 37-yard line. It's first down. Boston College is up 7. On the ground, up the middle. They go to the left for a nice gain.
That's how we do, D. That's how we do. They don't want to run out of this.
That'll bring up 2nd and 3.
Ready. 180.
He's taken down at the 28-yard line.
Gain of 2 yards. 3rd down.
Short yardage situation here. It's 3rd and 1. And they'll get him in the backfield.
That's a loss of 3 yards on the play. That makes it 4th and 4.
Boston College is hoping to make this a 2-score game. There was some movement on the line.
False start. Offense.
Maybe he got the cadence wrong coming out of the huddle. The coaches have a low threshold for mistakes like that.
So it's 4th down. They call on the kicker for a long field goal. Kicks away, and it's good. Thompson has his kick team lined up, and he is set to kick this one off. Spicer from the 4. He's tackled at the 50. Good, solid return that time. It's not quite a blowout, but unless they do something here, it might turn into one. And they're going to put 6 DBs on the field to counter that 5-receiver look. That's a great tackle at the 41-yard line.
That makes it 2nd and 2.
They'll spread the field here. Let's see what the defense does with a 5-wide outlook. He airs it out. Picked off. It's the cornerback.
Williams makes the interception.
We're going to find out what kind of character this football team has. I mean, I thought they had a chance to get back into this game. Now this big interception, let's find out what kind of fight and character they have to try to get back in the game.
They line up at the 5. First down. Makes it to the 14. A 9-yard pickup by the tailback on the counter play.
That brings up
First quarter is over. Watch out, folks. This one is turning into a major upset. 17-7, Eagles. Back to the action now here in the second quarter.
4 down. Mike's 50. Ready.
He gets out to about the 15-yard line. The halfback picks up a yard.
Not much gained on that play because this safety did a wonderful job of getting up there and making a good tackle on the ball carrier.
It's 3rd down, and they're about the length of the football away from the first down marker. And he makes it out to about the 17-yard line.
Gain of 2 on the play. First down.
tackled after positive yardage.
Called a gain of 5 yards. That makes it 2nd and 6.
From their own 22-yard line, it's 2nd down.
Mike's 50, Mike's 50.
There he goes. And down he goes at about the 35.
Gain of 13 yards. 1st down.
Mike 50, Mike 50.
He gets out to about the 38-yard line.
That's a gain of 3 on the way. That'll make it 2nd and 7.
Second down and 7. Ball on the 38-yard line.
Mike's 50.
And he's taken down at the 46.
Gain of 8 yards. That makes it 1st and 10.
First and 10. Ball on the 46. He's tackled at the 46-yard line. The running back gets a yard, maybe less.
With the safeties coming up making plays near the line of scrimmage, that tells your offense they've got to start throwing the ball to keep them honest.
And this is the 10th play of the drive. They'll bring him down around the 43-yard line.
Gain of 11 yards. 1st down.
First and 10. Ball on the 43-yard line. They keep it on the ground with the tailback. And they got to him before he could get back to the line. 1-yard loss for the halfback.
That'll bring up 2nd and 11.
And this is the 12th play of the drive. And now he's got room to run. He's at the 20. Touchdown, Boston College. And he tacks on the extra point. Boston College gets set to kick this one away. Nice kick, plenty of distance. He's taken down at the 19-yard line. The quarterback threw an interception on their last drive. Let's see if they can be more successful here.
This quarterback can make good passes. He just needs to focus on not forcing the ball to his receivers.
And he's throwing long, and he's got a man out there. And he's got it. Tackle made around the 23-yard line. Nice play.
Good job here by the quarterback is staying with his receiver, and the receiver stays with the route because he knows his quarterback has the arm strength to get it there.
Brought down at the 12-yard line.
That makes it first and 10.
Nice play to set up first and goal. It's first down, and they'll be looking for 6 points here. A short yardage defense here. Touchdown, Florida State.
That was a very good all-around effort. The running, the blocking, the entire package. A well-deserved score.
And he converts the extra point. A 4-play, 80-yard drive, and it's good for 7 points.
You know, you always prepare your offense to think that we're going to have some success. But these guys got to be coming over the sidelines after touchdown saying, man, I didn't expect it to be this easy.
So our score, 24-14. And it looks like they're ready for the kickoff. Moore fields it at the 2. He makes it out to maybe the 20-yard line. The Eagles have put up 24 unanswered points. One team can't do anything wrong. The other team can't do anything right. You think about the challenges these two teams are facing. On one side, you've got to find a way to keep building on your lead. And on the other side, you've got to find a way to get back in it. He's out to the 30. He's to the 40. He gets out to about the 44-yard line.
First down.
From their own 44-yard line. First down.
Here we go.
He fights forward to about the 46.
Personal foul. Face mask. Defense.
Concentration lapse right there. The coaches will be giving them an earful for it, too.
From the 39-yard line, it's first down. Looks to the back and can't connect.
Well, that's a great play here by the defense, getting pressure on the quarterback, and the result is a bad throw. These are the kind of plays that can really impact the football game because the defense can build some confidence after getting after a quarterback like that.
Here comes the pressure. And he's tackled at the 30-yard line. So they pick up quite a few yards on that play, Kirk.
Well, that was an excellent route, and he did a great job of holding on to the football.
It's third down, and this offense is about 3 feet away from that first down marker. Brought down after a nice run up the middle.
Gain of 7 yards. First down.
play, and it's going to be 1st and goal.
You obviously have to worry about him as a ball carrier, but he showed here that you have to be concerned about him as a receiver as well. He's got good hands, and you know he's good in the open field.
1st down, and they've got their eyes on that goal line. Touchdown, Eagles. He makes the PAT. Reese Davis is standing by with this update. Reese?
The Volunteers enter today's game ranked 18th, but ready to prove that they belong in the top 10. And for Florida, those two guys on the same wavelength, a perfect connection and a touchdown.
Thompson gets set to kick this one away. It's fielded at the 2. He's to the 20. And they push him out around the 31-yard line.
Boy, the two offensive coordinators have to be loving this. In fact, you can look over at our booth next to us and see how much they're enjoying it with a big smile on their face. The defensive coordinators, on the other hand, might be looking for a pink slip on Monday. Brad, let's see if this offense can maintain the rhythm that they established on that last drive. Not just putting points on the board, but driving the length of the field to be able to eventually put points up. I think that's going to be important for them to try to keep that confidence going here on this drive.
Touchdown! Huge play! And he hits the PAT. Taylor is lined up to kick this one off. Moore from the 2. They bring him down, and they bring him down hard on that one.
The last time we saw this offense on the field, they drove the length of the field. And you think back to what that defensive coordinator tried to do. He tried to change some things up, but nothing seemed to work. It's going to be interesting to see how he can have an impact on this drive.
Quick out to his receivers.
That's good for a gain of 14 yards. That makes it 1st and 10.
From their own 32-yard line. 1st down.
Here we go. Check, check. 200 check. 200 check.
He throws right. And he's got it. Good tackle. He was the last line of defense. Big gain there for the 1st down.
There was some miscommunication down there by the defense that allowed for that big gain.
He has some room. Touchdown, BC. He splits the uprights with the extra point. A short 3-play, 82-yard drive, and it results in a touchdown.
Well, Brad, right now this offense is hot, and they also took advantage of some mistakes there by the defense.
So the score now, 38-21. He'll return it from the 3. Down the sideline. And he's finally taken down at the 44-yard line. Not sure what the flag is about here. Let's go down to the field and find out.
Receiving team.
So they'll move back after that costly penalty, and they'll have to try to get that yardage back here. They did a great job on their last drive, moving the ball down the field for a touchdown. Let's see if they can duplicate that on this drive.
As long as this quarterback has time to throw, and you can guarantee that he'll find the open man. You know, at that point, I think, Brad, the quarterback's just better off just taking a sack. You have to be very careful as you're feeling pressure to throw the ball just to throw the ball. If you feel like you're not going to be able to make a play and the defense got you, just give up on that play and get ready for the next down.
They spread the field in the gun with 5 wide receivers. And they get the sack.
Sometimes it's just a relentless pass rush that results in a sack. That's what happened there.
Florida State will take a timeout. That's their first of the half. 3rd down. Tough spot here deep in their own territory. Going long. They knock it down. Incomplete. Nice job there to bring up a 4th down.
Pretty good throw here by the quarterback, but he couldn't quite get it in there. That was a nice job by the defense.
You can bet the punter's sweating to have to kick this one from his own end zone. He hits a low one there. Moore takes it at the 45. What a collision. Boston College has been playing like a well-oiled machine in this first half. And Kirk, are we going to see more of the same in the second?
Well, I think as long as they can maintain the proper frame of mind, I think they've got a great shot to be able to pull away and win this game decisively. But the challenge for them will be listening to their coaches at halftime and continuing to play with that same aggressive attitude that they played with in the first half.
Fields hits it on the inside. He's knocked out of bounds at the 37-yard line.
That's good for a gain of 8 yards. That makes it second and 2.
So it's 2nd down and about 2 yards to go.
Check 3, check 3, check 3.
Got a man. Watch out here. Tackle at the 22-yard line.
Check, check. On the hole.
First down.
Here we go. Green 19. Green 19. Check, check. Stingray.
And they make the stop at the 11th. Boston College will take their final timeout. The field goal unit's out on the field, and they're going to try to get these guys 3 points before halftime. It's up, and the field goal is good. First half is over, and this is why they play the game. The Eagles lead it by 20. All right, Reese and David, welcome back, everybody. Just about set to start the second half. Moore fields it at the 2. They'll bring him down at the 17.
You know, they practiced all week this week, and they told us yesterday, Brad, that they felt pretty good about what they put in, the plan that they had. And I think now that you see them playing today, it's no wonder they felt so good.
And here we go with the offense ready to get things going again. Tosses it out. Got the corner. He's out to the 30. Makes it to the 34.
First down.
First down, 10 to go. Ball on the 34-yard line. Run the middle and nothing there. Maybe a yard on the run by the tailback.
That makes it second and 10.
He gets rid of this one. Third and 10. Ball on the 34.
Check 4, check 4.
Nearly intercepted. Bryant is the deep man awaiting the return. to the 40. He's at midfield, and he's shoved out of bounds at the 45. That was a huge special teams play. There's got to be some sense of urgency to this offense right now. They don't have the luxury of wasting drives if they want to get back in the game.
Good job here by the defense. If you let this quarterback set and throw, he'll kill you all game. But they got excellent pressure on that play.
From the 45-yard line, second down. Slings it. And down he goes at the 26-yard line. He's right up there now with the best passers in school history.
There have been some great passers to come through here. This would be quite an accomplishment.
Throws it to the outside. This one will fall incomplete.
Was the intended receiver on the play. That makes it second and 10.
So it's second and 10. Ball on the 26. And he's going to come up with a sack.
Loss of 10 yards on the play. That'll bring up third and long.
Empty backfield, quarterback in the gun. 5 wide receivers. And he's hit before he could go anywhere. That was a good pass and catch there, but still not enough for the first down.
That's not an easy conversion here on third down for the offense. All the defense has to do is stay back, keep everything in front of them, come up and make a tackle.
Throws this one out to the right. Touchdown, and it ain't over yet. And he tacks on the extra point. A 6-play, 44-yard drive, and they come away with a touchdown.
Brad, I love these kind of drives. They're old school, grind it out and earn the yards and just rip the heart right out of that defense.
Taylor ready to kick. He'll return it from the 4-yard line. Oh, man, did he take a hit. And for Fields, putting up good numbers.
Well, this is what these guys like to do. They love to establish a running game, control the clock, and then just dominate the time of possession. And this is just power running football weather. Old school, roll up your sleeves and find out who the toughest guy is. And those guys up front on the offensive line are having the best time of their lives.
Looking left, finds his fullback. They'll bring him down right around the 26-yard line.
Personal foul. Face mask. Defense.
So the offense will move a little bit closer with that penalty. We've got a 1st and 10. Ball on the 41. Throws middle of the tight end. And he's taken down around the 48-yard line. Nice pass there, and the quarterback was under a lot of pressure from the defense.
Hey, they picked up a nice gain of 7 yards on that play. Great pass.
Check three, check three, check three.
Cross play. He's tackled right around the 48-yard line.
That makes it third and 3.
They need about 3 yards to get the first down here on third down.
Let's go! Ryan, 68! Ryan, 68!
Caught out in the open. He's at the 30. And they finally knock him out at the 18.
That's a gain of 34 on the play. That makes it first and 10.
It's first down and 10 now after picking up some great yardage through the air. They'll wrestle him down in the backfield. They couldn't get back to the line of scrimmage on that one.
Well, I don't think they did a very good job of selling the pass. The defense was able to read the play and come right in there and make a nice stop.
There's a very impressive open field tackle.
Gain of 7 on the play. That'll bring up 3rd and 2.
And here's another 3rd down. Brought down right around the 2-yard line.
That's a gain of 9 on the play. That makes it first and goal.
Here's the 8th play of the series. They come out in a goal line set. And he has it on the corner. He's taken down around the 2-yard line. Picked up a yard of anything on that run.
He was playing the run all the way and was able to stop him quickly. Good job by that senior safety.
They're at the 2. It's 2nd down. Touchdown, Boston College. And he adds the extra point. An 8-play, 75-yard drive. And the result, 7 points.
Brad, I thought the offense did a really nice job of mixing up the play calling on that drive. I thought the defense was on its heels most of the drive because of the versatility of the offense.
It's fielded at the 2. And he's taken down at the 21-yard line. And for Fields, he's made an impression on this defense tonight.
Well, he sure has, but the offensive line has given him a lot of room to work with. They're just dominating the point of attack and winning the battle at the line of scrimmage. You can also give him credit for just being able to hold on to the football. You know, sometimes in these conditions, you see the ball down on the ground and turning the football over. Here he's done a good job of holding on to it, protecting it, and also coming up with those big yards.
Brought down with only one man to beat. Defense has got some of their best pass defenders on the field. They set up in the dime to counter that 5-wide receiver set. And he's level at the 43.
That's a loss of 12 yards on the play. That'll make it 2nd and long.
So the sack makes this a 2nd and long. He's on the run. Out of bounds at the 42-yard line.
Gain of 15 on the play. That'll bring up 3rd and 8.
Check 83, ball's going to 83. Get that quarterback. Get off him.
Scrambling around.
Great job by the defense at getting after that quarterback. And right now, I think they've got him with some happy feet. He appears to be a bit rattled.
Number 4.
So they're going to go for it here. Well, I'm not sure I really agree with this call to go for it, but that's why I'm not coaching, folks. Throws it in a hurry. Tackle made at the 26. Catches it, and he's looking for more. Nice play to set up 1st and goal. There's a flag down, and it looks like this one's coming back.
Foul. Flipping. Offense.
Flipping is the call, and now they'll have to find a way to make up those yards right here. From the 25-yard line, it's 1st down. Inside the 10. Quick throw. What a play to set him up with a 1st and goal.
That makes it 1st and goal.
Touchdown, and it ain't over yet. Well, they're going to try for the 2-point conversion.
You like that? You like that?
And he's in for 2. Everyone's all lined up and ready for the kickoff. Moore from 2. He's taken down at the 21.
I think any good football team has to have an ability to answer, and that's exactly what we just saw. One team scores a touchdown, the other team comes right back and puts another touchdown on the board. This is getting exciting.
The quarterback did a really good job in the last drive of finding his receivers, and I bet he'll be looking to do the same thing again.
He's pushed out of bounds around the 27-yard line.
Moore was the intended receiver on the play. That'll make it 2nd and 4.
They're about 4 yards away here on 2nd down. Takes the ball inside. He fights forward to about the 29. So it's 3rd down, and they've got about 2 yards to go. One more quarter to play, and now they're just trying to hang on. The Eagles lead it by 12. All right, we're just about set to start action here again in the 4th quarter. Man, do they need that stop. They had to get it back, give it to their offense. They've got the opportunity. That's all they could ask for. Brooks awaits the snap. Tackle at the 44. So we're just about ready to return to action.
Hey, D-line, let's get in there. Let's get in there, huh? Hey, watch that, watch that. Check.
They'll bring him down for a loss on the play.
Well, I think anytime you lose yardage, it's frustrating. As a ball carrier, it's very frustrating as a play caller. Makes you a little bit more hesitant maybe to go back to a certain play. The biggest thing you want to do as an offensive coordinator is get the offense over to the sideline after the series, make sure everybody's on the same page, and then show the confidence that you still have in them despite this play, that you're going to go right back to the running back and trust that offensive line.
Third down now, and they need to get it inside the 46. The quarterback in the gun with 5 receivers. He's going to go for the home run. And he holds it in. Touchdown, Seminoles. So the kicker's going to stay on the sidelines. These guys will try for a 2-point conversion. Defense stacked in tight here. He's got the 2. Florida State to kick. Moore fields it at the 3. Whoa, he just took a licking. Things aren't tied, but they might as well be. It's this drive that could really dictate the tone for the last quarter. Boston College is up 4. And they make the stop at the 41-yard line.
Gain of 15 yards. First down.
First and 10. Ball on their own 41. Nice play across the middle. Tackle at the 46-yard line.
Ray makes the tackle at the 46-yard line. That brings up second and 5.
Hey, check. Mike, 50, Mike, 50. Check 3.
There's a little bit of happy feet down there on the field. Let's get the call.
False start. Offense.
That penalty drives them back, and they're shooting themselves in the foot here.
Well, if they could just keep their concentration, they'll avoid situations like that.
Man left.
From their own 41-yard line. Second down. They bring him down in the backfield. So they wrapped him up before he could get anything going.
Yeah, there was nothing there on that option.
He's under pressure. They bring him down. The blitz was the call, but the D lineman was the one who made his way to the quarterback.
And he showed great quickness getting off the line into the backfield. This guy can move for a big fella.
4th and long here after the sack. Bryant is the deep man awaiting the return. He's tackled at the 35. The offense now will take the field, and they hope to have the same success they had on their last drive.
As long as this quarterback has time to throw, then you can guarantee that he'll find the open man.
And he's tackled around the 46-yard line. From their own 46-yard line. First down. Gives it left side. Hogan gained 7 yards on that play.
That's good for a gain of 7 yards. That'll bring up second and 3.
Second down, and they're going to need about 3 yards to pick up the first down.
I got 8. I got 8. Hey, defense. Hey, defense. Hey, open it up.
Lateral's back. And down he goes at the 45-yard line. A yard, maybe 2 on the carry.
That'll make it 3rd and 1.
Has some daylight. He's at the 30. He's at the 20. And he's brought down at the 10-yard line. Works the middle, got his tailback. Trying to go up by 3, they'll kick the extra point. He makes the PAT. Reese Davis joins us in the studio with this update. Reese?
The Volunteers were ranked 18th. After that face plant, they'll be lucky to be ranked at all next week. And for Florida, their hot streak continues.
Taylor has his kick team lined up, and he is set to kick this one off. Moore from the 5. And down he goes at the 28. Boston College has had a really hard time establishing any kind of rhythm on offense today.
Yeah, and we're so used to seeing that from them. They might want to go back and look at this film and try to study to see what they didn't do well, because this is not the type of offense you'd expect to see from these guys.
Both teams realize that when the ball is snapped, we're one play away from a very different ball game. He chucks it downfield.
Brad, I just think this quarterback's got to do a much better job of being able to read that defense and make quicker decisions. And especially when the defense starts to get pressure, you've got to either get rid of that football or check it down or take off and run with it.
From their own 28-yard line. Second down. Just under 3 to go in regulation. And now he's got room to run. Tackled after a decent pickup.
That's a gain of 4 on the play. That'll bring up 3rd and 6.
Quick release. Oh, had it knocked down. Brooks is waiting for the snap. Tackle made at the 34-yard line.
Right, this has been a great game to watch. A lot of competitive spirit out there. The offenses seem to be going up and down the field. Back and forth we go. I think the winner will be which defense can make that pivotal stop to secure a victory.
And offense is back on the field after running the ball very well on their last drive.
This offensive line really opened up some big gaps for the running back last time.
Fires out to his wideout. To the 20, the 10. Touchdown, FSU! And he converts the extra point. Florida State is lining up to kick this one off. He'll take it from the 2. They'll bring him down at the 28-yard line. And here we go with the offense ready to get things going again. A little more than 2 minutes to go in the fourth quarter. Quick pass. He gets hit out of bounds at the 38.
You can tell he's got a lot of faith in his wide receivers. Even when he's a little bit off target, they can pull it in and make something happen.
2 minutes left in the ball game. Empty backfield, quarterback in the gun. 5 wide receivers. There's a strike complete. Brought down at the 46.
That's how we do, dude. That's how we do. They don't want to know.
That makes it first and 10.
And they've got the dime package in there to try and deal with this 5 receiver look. He rifles it.
Stokes makes the run. First down.
Fires quick. He catches another. He's tackled around the 15-yard line.
This receiving core runs some great routes, and that last play was an example of that. As a defender, it can be tough to match up sometimes.
The offense going to try to open this field up, coming out in a 5-wide set, and the defense counters with their dime look. Throws complete, touchdown. Trying to get within a field goal. They'll try to point after. He splits the uprights with the extra point. And he's tackled at the 42. Late in the fourth quarter in a one-possession game, and poise is what it's all about here. Who's going to have it and who won't? A little over a minute in the game. They run it left. They'll bring him down right around the 34. A gain of 8 on the carry. The Eagles taking their first time out of the half. It's second down, and they're about 2 yards away from the sticks. He's taken down around the 34-yard line. Picked up a yard of anything on that run. Boston College will take a timeout. That's their second of the half.
Griffith is in at quarterback.
Tackle after a decent run up the gut.
I think the defense is starting to be concerned about the outcome of this game. That was a huge first down by the offense, and at this point, you wonder if the defense can make a play to get their own offense back out on the field.
First and 10. Ball on the 27-yard line. Here he goes. Oh, my. Diving in for the touchdown. And he tacks on the extra point. The kicker looks like he's ready to kick this one off. Moore fields it at the 2. What a collision.
This is my kind of game. We're getting a chance to see so many touchdowns. I just wonder if this offense can continue the flow that we've seen from the previous 3 series.
I'm sure there are a lot of fans out there hoping for a miracle, but I seriously doubt we're going to see one today. We have less than a minute to go. He passes it.
It can be tough making a play on the ball sometimes, but that's probably a pick he should have made.
That makes it second and 10.
From their own 24-yard line, it's second down. It's caught. First down, and he's out of bounds.
makes it first and 10.
Check three, check three. Let's go.
Got an opening. And they finally knock him out at the 34.
Gain of 28 on the play. First down.
First down, 10 to go. Ball on the 34. Throws to the tailback, incomplete.
Fields was the intended receiver on that play. That makes it second and 10.
Hey, alert three, alert three.
They'll line up with 5 wide receivers. Lets it fly. Catches it, and he's looking for more. He's all the way. Touchdown. Here's the extra point to get within a field goal. And he hits the PAT. So that's a 5-play, 77-yard drive, and they get it in for 7.
I think the big thing there, Brad, is that they were able to execute the passing game. When you can get big plays and great execution, obviously you can move the ball down the field.
He's at the 30, to the 20, to the 10. Brought down at the 4.
Brad, this is my kind of game. I love seeing this kind of production and the way these quarterbacks are playing. Both teams are challenging both of these defenses.
The whistle hasn't sounded yet. They still have to snap the ball and make sure they don't make any mistakes. The offense lining up in the victory formation, and he takes a knee. So this one's in the books, and we saw a great one here today. Florida State 65, Boston College 62. Thanks for joining us for another game of NCAA Football 14. For Kirk and everyone here at EA Sports, Brad Nussler saying goodbye, and we'll see you next time.